What up, my fellow subscribers? It's Mr. Harris with HBK Kennels, HarrisBullyKennels, coming live with my first video today. As some of y'all may know, we are starting us a bully kennel. I've been doing a lot of research about it and learning a lot of different things, and man, I just didn't know it was a lot of this, it was this in depth. You can learn a lot from YouTube and watching other kennels and stuff like that. With that being said, I'm not new to the dog game, but as far as building me a bully kennel, I am new to it. I purchased a couple different bullies here recently, so they're dope. What I've learned is from talking from other kennel clubs is you gotta first check out the structures of the dogs. Know what you get, know what you're buying, know the bloodline, where it came from, what it can throw. When I mean throw, it means colors you can get out of dogs, what type of structure, you can get from a dog. So I've been learning all about that, learning about easty, westy, high fronts and low fronts, all that good stuff. I've been learning a lot, and man, I'm baffled with about so much how much information there is out there. But I am excited because I look forward to building me a good foundation, starting from the ground up. Unlike most people, I've done my research before I've started buying dogs, so I know what I'm looking for. I know what I'm trying to get, and I'm just excited. I want to actually have what they call my own bloodline one day, so and what they mean by that is I want to show you guys something. I just got my paperwork back from one of my dogs, my boy, my stud. His name is Honcho, and he's a beast, and finally got his paperwork back. I'm so excited. I got his bloodline, pedigree, all that came back. So, and he's ABKC registered. So yeah, that's what that thing looks like. It gives you the breakdown, mother and father. Of course, I'm not gonna let y'all get y'all all of it. I'm just, because people steal information and stuff like that. We ain't about to do that here, but there it goes. So one day I plan to have all these filled up. All these are dogs, different dogs. And I plan to have that all filled up with all HBK, Harris Bully Kennel dogs. And once I get to this point, I can finally say I have my own pedigree, when I fill out all of that. So that's my goal. Unlike most people, when they start out with their stud or their female, they're finding that they're not liking the structure. You got to breed out some things like easty, westy, or overbites and dogs. They finding out. So what me as a breeder, I came in the game. I learned the game before I decided to jump in. So now what I'm noticing is that I'm starting out right. When I bought my first dog, I bought her because of color. She throws merle. She's merle, lilac, and she is tri. And at first I didn't think a dog could be all that, but of course they can. After I've started learning, this is Coco. As you can see that pink in her nose. That's that lilac coming out of her. Of course, she's a blue tri. She's definitely a blue tri. Her mother has merle. She's a merle carrier. She's a tri carrier, lilac carrier, but she does display tri. So her name is Coco. She is actually 8 months old. She's just came on her first heat. So yeah, I say maybe next year, sometime 18 months, she'll probably be ready for me to start breeding her. So she is now she's USBR She is USBR, um, AKC, and ABKC registered. So my boy, I just got the paper back from Hunch, USBR, UKC, and ABKC. So I pretty much can run them together, get the paperwork for them. That was another thing I wanted to talk to you about too. Is registering your dog. You can dual, triple register your dog with different, organizations like the ABKC, USBR. There's a ton of them out there. I've ran them with pretty much all of them. That way, like maybe going down the line, like if I decide to bring in some new blood or something or whatever the case may be, if the dog is registered ABKC and my dog is US or their dog is USBR, and I can run them together because I want to make sure I can submit the paperwork. Now I'm starting to see that certain places like ABKC they don't recognize USBR. USBR is new, and they take a lot of those nanos, exotics, things that ABKC won't. I'm not into breeding dogs because I'm making money. Granted, I will make some money doing it, but I'm not in it. Like, I love these dogs. Like, Coco is baby girl, That's why she's whining now, because she wants out of the cage. And she's mad because daddy won't let her out. But she'll be all right, But I love my dogs, man. I love them. I love the breed. I love everything about the bully breed. My purpose is creating my kennel is to breed healthy dogs, loyal companions, in the breed itself, bring back the pure breeding itself. Like, I see a lot of these dogs, man, and they, no offense to no one in particular, but I see a lot of dogs, they're just messing up the bloodline, man. They're running them with everything. Like, pretty much everything you can think of, which, if I'm a bully lover and I love bulls, I want to see the blood intact. I want to see it at the best of his ability. I don't want, people watering down the blood. So this is another way of me contributing to bringing back, the bully blood, making sure it is what it is. I definitely believe in taking care of the dogs cold-heartedly. Because you have the money to pay for their dog doesn't mean I will sell you one. I want to make sure my dog's going to a good home. I want to make sure it's getting taken care of, because you're not just buying a dog, you're buying my brand, And at HBK Kennels, man, we take pride in doing what we do. I spend thousands of dollars on feeding these dogs, taking them to the vets, getting their ears clipped. Not only that, my family's involved. Everybody has a responsibility. My oldest son, he cleans out the kennels. My youngest son, he feeds them every day. My job is to make sure they have their medication, they have their shots. They go on walks, they get bathed. I do the breeding. That's my job. My wife she's more involved in the cleaning part. So everybody plays a role here at HBK Kennels. And like I mentioned, this is just not just a kennel. I mean, we take care of these dogs. We love these dogs. This is my little girl. I treat her like my daughter. She has a bed literally right next to mine. So we take pride in our dogs. We take pride in our bulls and breeding the best quality dog you're going to get. We spend thousands of dollars just to acquire the dogs. So yeah, man, like it's fun, it's stressful, it's entertaining, it's all the above. If you want to jump off and get started, man, I would say learn the game first. And I've got 3 bulls. I've had 3 bulls. And I started breeding gang dogs. I'm late 30s, so back in our day, we were rolling Staffordshire Terriers, and you know that's your pit bull breeds, and we were rolling them things. I mean, they were getting to it like we should be in jail for some of the things we used to do back in the day, you know. And that's where I started, and this is where I at now. Will I fight any of my bulls or anything? No, I would never. Like, I would never do that now. But of course, we all grow, you know, like any kennel, you know. And I will say this: when you're starting a kennel, you don't want to take L's, but you're going to take L's, right? But don't trip, because after L's, there's always the M's. You understand me? So keep that in perspective. Like, you know, it's like anything you do in life. If you do it half-assed, you're going to get half results. Excuse my language. If you do it full throttle, you're going to get full results, you know. So my advice to you is put your heart in it. If this is what you want to do, put your heart in it. Because I've definitely have with my dogs, and I put my heart, soul, my money, my time. We've devoted a lot of time into this, and it's not for everybody, because these dogs take a lot of attention, and you can't just get them and then lock them in the cage all day and expect, you know, your dog to be the healthiest dog and look good. You have to physically take care of them, take them on walks, give them baths. Clean up them. It's an everyday process. Every day, like every day, I'm cleaning up. Every day, I'm feeding. Every day, I'm doing something involved with these dogs. Like, and then that translates to the dog. That translates how the dog looks, how good care of you taking these dogs. That translates into the dog. As you can see, she is the sweetest thing. Like, I can't make this up. As I'm talking to you, she on her back, like, I mean, what can I say? It's a beautiful dog, you know, very well groomed, taken care of. Dogs got to be on display. People got to see what you got. You know, I'm not ashamed. It's people to see what I got. But like I mentioned to you, she's only 8 months, and this camera don't do no justice. But she is a pocket bully. Her dad was he was lilac. He was lilac, and he was, I want to say he was a micro, and then her mom was a pocket. But of course, I got the bloodline. I got pictures of mom and dad, and I was real close contact with the breeder, making sure, you know, when I got her, when he put a deposit down, she got her shots, got her ears clipped. And it's just one. This is just my female. It's gonna be my girl that I run with. This is who I'm gonna start it off with. My bloodline's gonna start with her. So, I mean, now I got a boy. His name is Honcho. Got his pedigree back. He's 3-time Louis V. Louis V line. So he's 3-time Louis V. Somewhere in his bloodline, he's got lilac in it. Lilac. Tan and white. Fawn and white. So yeah. Blue brindle, chocolate white, champagne. So yeah, he's 3-time Louis V. He's got a good head. Oh man, I ain't gonna show you Honcho today because it's raining and I got him in my other building, so I have to leave him. So I'm not going out there. But he is retarded. So, but I've been thinking about doing some other things. I don't know whether or not I want to run her with him, or because honestly, I was thinking about, she has a brother, hurt out. He displays the Merle, and he displays the Tri, and he also displays the Lilac. All three of them, of course, they're all carriers, but he displays all three, which I'm thinking about possibly running him back with her. And and then keeping a puppy of that, and then possibly running that puppy back to him. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I got to figure it out. It's something I'm still learning. I'm trying to figure out how to keep that blood going, because nowadays that's what people want. People want the Merle. People want the Tri. People want the Lilac. Like, that's the top three things. You can get Merle, Tri, and Lilac all in one dog. Then, if you ask me, that's like the perfect combination. So that's what I want. I want my dogs to be able to third some Merle. We have done blood work on the brother and her and the mother and father. He's got blood work on all of that. So I know that they don't carry any defective, or I wouldn't say defective, any bad genes, things that we don't like. Overbite, underbite, easty westy, skin disorder. It's a lot of things that you have to take consideration when getting these dogs, and I didn't know that and jumping into it. But I'm learning, more as every day as it goes on, and I'm getting excited. Of course, I haven't got prices on what I'm gonna, because I haven't got there yet. I'm definitely going to be more like the entry level prices, because I'm getting started, and then as I grow, my prices will get a little bit better, because then I will, people going to pay for what they're getting, basically. I mean, she cost me a pretty penny. She definitely cost me I got her from one of the reputable breeders here where I live at in Indianapolis, and she was, she had so many people gunning for her because the way she came out, but her brother was just amazing. Like, everybody wanted him. He's amazing. Like, he's got that oh man, let me see if I can pull up a picture so I can show you her brother. He's nice. Like, let me check it out, see if I can find it for you. Yeah, man, I've been learning. I've been learning a lot. I still got a lot to learn. I just thought I would reach out and share some of this information with y'all, because of course a lot of people won't. And if you ask me, this separates most breeders. By some of the things that they do, and if you take heed and learn from some people, especially if you got, I got people like, I look at, certain different kennels like HBK kennels, Rich Dollar kennels. Like, I look at a lot of different kennels, and I try to take what I can from a lot of them and incorporate what I got, because I haven't been there, I haven't done it, I haven't learned it. Of course, I've learned a lot of stuff with my game dogs. Pretty much, kind of half of the stuff is transferable. What's new to me, I would say, is probably more is I think the C-sections, because of course with my game dogs, they always were born naturally, So with the pockets, so much they're not all people have to do C-sections, but just in my case, I paid a pretty penny for these dogs, so I don't want a chance of me losing one. So C-section is going to be something new that I have not experienced. Not looking forward to it, but I'm not intimidated. Like, it's not going to keep me from doing what I like to do. So I'm going to have to get with it, learn it, lock it down, level up, and make it make sense. Lock in, I'm going to lock in. So once I lock in and I figure out, it's a wrap. I'm always willing to learn new things. Don't feel like I know it all, because I don't. I'm not one of those guys that want to come on here and perpetrate like I know it all, and I really don't. Like, somewhere in this video, I may gave you some misinformation, which I try not to. But I encourage you to run it how you want to run it. I encourage you to reach out, learn. Knowledge is power in this game. The more you know, the more powerful you are. The more You're able to breed a healthier, cleaner looking dog, um, and just grow as a bully kennel. I mean, I take everything serious in what I do. My professional career, I'm a collision estimator, so I work on cars at our local dealership, and I just take pride in everything that I do because my name is on it, and I want to make sure that people understand and know that they're getting a quality dog. Just like if I'm at work, I want to make people know and understand that I'm giving you quality work. And we stand by our work. That's why we warranty our work. And I really want to do the same thing with my dogs. Um, so yeah, I do got that picture for you. So let me see. So the boy, him on the right, that is her brother. That's a pocket. I mean, that's a exotic he has that he's got a lot of dogs, but that is her brother, and he is pretty. He is super pretty, and I'm thinking about running him with her. So that's gonna be nice. That's gonna bring back everything I need. As you can see, like I said, as you can see, he displays Merle. You can see the tri in him, and you also can see the lilac around his nose that's in his blood. So, in him, I want to say he's black. He displays black to black because his nose is black, so that can be either blue or black, if I ain't mistaken. That might be wrong, but, yeah, but he's nice. And if I can run him with her, what that'll do is they both are tri-Merle carriers, right? Because their mom, let me go a picture and get it their mom. She looks like her mom too, though. So they all carriers. But most people don't come in the game like this. I'm coming in the game different, I'm coming in the game with a kind of like a better leg to stand on. So